Hey everyone. Let me fix that. All right. So it's been crazy. So I have been sitting here trying to live stream for you for the last hour, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's Facebook or if it's the Wi-Fi. I've reset the router several times. But I just can't get I can't get Facebook to hold the connection long enough to do a live stream. So I'm just going to go ahead and record the video so that you can at least have the message of kind of what's going on and where we're at with the cleanse and the next piece that's being introduced as far as protocols and as far as how to support when you're doing long-term cleanse or even a short-term cleanse or just trying to detox, completely, supporting the body and so forth. So anyway, sorry for everyone that I wasn't able to connect on live stream live today. So hopefully everything will be back to working fabulous. Again, like I said, I don't know if it's my phone, if it's the internet, or if it's just Facebook, it's kind of glitchy right now. So then today is day 6 of the juice cleanse, and let's see, how am I doing? Yesterday evening, I got kind of hungry. For the most part, this cleanse, I haven't had massive hunger pains. I haven't had a lot, but I did get kind of hungry yesterday evening. As I always tell people, you just smash in the juice, you just drink more juice, and it'll definitely help to satiate that if there's cravings or anything like that. So I made it through that, no problem. The other thing, last night, I did go to bed early. I laid down at, oh my goodness, like 7:30, maybe 7:15, 7:30. I didn't go to sleep then, but I was just kind of tired, and again, whenever you're doing a cleanse, the body, energy goes up and down and changes, at different times. So you kind of give your body grace, and whatever it's asking for, do it. I was in a situation where I was able to take it easy and call it an early night, and so I did that. So last night I slept early. I today have noticed kind of a couple times of me going, wait a minute, what was I doing? Kind of like a foggy brain, but that can kind of be, detox too. And I did do 2 days of, high water, a lot more water than I did juice. I didn't take in, a whole lot of juice. And so a lot of times that can be caused, from that as well. So that didn't surprise me. So a little bit of foggy brain, but nothing too bad. But I have energy, like I said, except for last night, it wasn't that I had low energy, I just kind of felt tired. I was just like, it's different than being awake, and not having energy. I just felt tired. And, but overall, I'm feeling really good. Day 6 for me. I have, just because I've got so many people asking, I have been trying to keep up, with weight. So I'm still averaging about 1 pound a day. This morning, I think it was like a little over 1 pound. So I've lost a little over 6.5, or right at 6.5 pounds for day 6, for me. And again, that's about average. I'll have some days maybe that might be a little bit more, and some days where, you don't have anything that comes out, as far as, pounds are off. As far as pounds, you always got cellular waste coming out if you're supporting that. So this whole week has been about minimizing detox reactions or minimizing symptoms whenever you're doing a cleanse. So I'm introducing new modalities every single day to add in to the cleanse that you're doing, and just to simply help you, kind of build your personal detox toolbox. Like, these are all powerful methods and ways that over the years I've used, not only just for myself, but also for clients dealing with different things at different times. And so everything that I'm introducing, this week really goes together to try to help it so that you're not having, symptoms that are just make you so miserable or affect even the quality of your day or the quality of your life, so to speak. Because a lot of people are like, I went through that and I just felt like I had the flu and I just couldn't move and I was so miserable, and I just go, some of that, yes, you have to push through, but usually, if you're miserable on a scale of 1 to 10 and it's at like a 7 or 8, it probably should be at like a 2 or 3. So sometimes you're still going to have some reactions just because you have to walk back through that, but for the most part, it shouldn't be as tough to go through as it is for most people. So today we're talking about the lymph system. We are talking about Another method of supporting the body and dealing with, again, detox reactions, symptoms, different things that kind of come up. We've already talked about when you're cleansing or you're trying to heal, clean the colon. That's number one. That's the biggest pillar that you've got. Oil pulling, we added that in, and that is amazing. I do it every single day, sometimes twice a day, depending on the length of a cleanse or the length of a detox. Yesterday, we also talked about a detox bath. Those are phenomenal for detoxing, and so those are really, really good. And so today, we're actually going to cover dry skin brushing, but we're really doing that because again, you are a holistic being. You've got to work on the mind, the body, the emotions, the energetic part of you, as well as the spiritual, part of you. So we're covering all of those. So in with the physical part, it deals with the lymphatic system. And when you're cleansing and you're detoxing, but even when you're not, you always need to support the lymphatic system because it is one of the main pathways, and there's really only two cellular carriers, in the body, and that's blood and lymph. And the lymphatic system does not have its own pump, and so you've got to make sure that you're cleansing the lymphatic system. Most people that are doing the cleanse, I know most of my clients, most people, unless you're just have for years been in a high raw food and not like the gourmet raw, but high raw food, very, very clean, very, very healthy lifestyle and diet. You've got acidosis, you've got, inflammation, you've got mucus, you've got all of these different borderline or bottom line, those are the bottom dwellers that cause all the symptoms that we use to label and to put, banners across us of I have this, and it's usually whenever you're diagnosed with something, it's a bunch of symptoms together, that come in, create certain markers in the body, certain touchstones, if you will, and so all of those put together are what is labeled to be a certain thing. But really, if you kind of get down, what is causing that? What caused these symptoms? What caused me to be diagnosed with this? Like what fell apart? And a lot of times you'll see acidosis, you'll see, like I said, mucus, you'll see a lot of inflammation in the body. And so you really kind of have to dig down. And so these things that I'm teaching you really are good for anything, but especially when you're doing a cleanse and you're trying to almost force the body into a point where it is trying to release massive amounts of cellular waste, but also cleanse itself. So, with dealing with the lymphatic system, again, there are more than one way. Okay, so dry skin brushing, which we're introducing, today, is not the only way, nor would I even say it's the best way necessarily, just depending on your resources that you have, and if you're doing it yourself or you're trying to go places, do it. I try to introduce a lot of things that people don't have to come into my clinic for, that they're able to do on their own, do at home, and so forth and so on. But a lot of ways that when you're working with the lymphatic system that you can help to drain, a lot of people know about rebounding, that's like the small trampolines, and it's just constant stimulation of the lymphatic system. That is fabulous, but it's also excellent for skin rejuvenation. So a lot of times if you have like saggy skin, or you have areas where the skin's not tight, rebounding has been found to be amazing with that, and that's been my own personal experience as well as my clients, and something that I recommend a lot of times. If clients have a rebounder, I say before you come in and do a colon hydrotherapy session, rebound definitely. And for years I even thought about putting one in the clinic so people could kind of rebound for 10 minutes before they got on to do their session, and we just hadn't pulled that in, but we should. Dry skin brushing, rebounding, taking a hot cold shower. So like you get in the shower, you run it really, really hot, as hot as you can stand it, and then you flip all of the hot water off, and then you let it run cold, and that forces a massive, not only an energetic shift, but circulatory. I mean, it is so good for the body. So doing hot cold showers. There are a lot of herbs that support the lymphatic system and support its efficiency, in draining and in detoxing. And really there's only, for when you're dealing with the lymphatic system, it's only drained through the skin and through the kidneys. Those are your two massive lymphatic drains. So that's what you want to make sure that we're really focusing on here. And so, ionic foot bath for those people that are that are close to somebody that actually has a practitioner system, not like the kind you get in your nail salons or something like that, but a practitioner level system is going to be amazing as far as the lymphatic system is concerned. I've always been so impressed with that. We have that in our clinic, so you know, the people who are going through the group definitely recommend the ionic foot bath, you know, for that support. Lymphatic massage, you know, if you have a great massage therapist, oh my gosh, it's fabulous for that. But I do recommend, again, you do the lymphatic massage, you do it in make sure that if you're setting this stuff free, you're allowing the body to flush it out. So make sure you're taking in a lot of fluids and that you're helping the body to flush, you know, your infrared saunas. And then again, today we're going over dry skin brushing. So this is a dry skin brush. They're not expensive. You can get them anywhere. I want to say I got this one at like Whole Foods or at maybe a health food store. I don't remember where I bought this one. I've got them at different sizes, and over the years, you know, I've had different ones. I tend to get the long handles so that, you know, you can also reach your back and everything. You want a natural bristle brush. But for lymphatic, for dry skin brushing, which I do every day right before I get into the shower when I'm doing a cleanse. Every single day I do this. So I start with my feet and brush up the body from the feet up to the hips, both legs, front and back of the legs. For arms, you're brushing up towards the shoulders and over, and you're doing the underarm, you're doing everywhere, okay? You're just doing it long strokes. And you're not trying to be hard. You don't have to bear down hard for lymphatic, for dry skin brushing. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to hurt you. Although when you first start, your skin can be really sensitive, but it's so amazing. On the stomach, you can do like round circles. On the chest, you're coming in. You know, you can do your back. And there's a lot of different methods on the internet that you can look at. Again, I think any stimulation is good. Stimulation is better than what most people have going on. As long as you're kind of coming towards the core of the body, there's several different lymphatic drain points in the body. But the goal and the whole reason of doing this is saying, don't miss this key piece. Don't miss the support of lymphatic drainage, because that is a whole nother place for, you know, for waste, for toxins, for the body to get rid of, you know, acid, for all of these different things that are gathering in our body that make us ill, that make us sick, and that make it impossible for us to live the high quality and the vibrant life that we know we're called to live in. You know, a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of different teachings, and a lot of people would really disagree because they hold on to the labels that they have as far as, you know, I've been diagnosed with this. I have this particular autoimmune disease, or I have this particular thing that's diagnosed, and they really hold on to that label. But in the holistic and naturopathic worlds, or at least most of them, I know sometimes even naturopaths and holistic practitioners and holistic doctors that I see, they really kind of get lost also in the allopathic way of looking at symptoms, and they really try to treat symptoms. But anytime you're diagnosed with anything, it is symptoms, and it's like, why did the body break down in that way? Why did that happen? And if you really will dig deeper and you'll go deeper to it, you'll find that there's a set of symptoms, something that happened, you know, along the way, that really caused that breakdown. And so disease in some aspect is an illusion. You know, I talk with people all the time that are just very attached to that label, or to that disease, or to that thing that they have, or the thing that they've been diagnosed with. And I just say, if you can let go of that, if you can look at the body as a balanced organism, if you can look at it like you are a holistic being, you are all of these pieces. You are the mental body, the emotional body, you're the physical body for sure. You know, you're your energetic body. You can't leave that out. And you're also your spiritual body. You have all these pieces of yourself, and you really have to focus on ministering to all of those to really get the proper healing and the healing that you're looking for. And a lot of times we just only hit one or the other. But most of the time when people have diseases or they are taking on labels, it's really the basis of acidosis, inflammation, and mucus in the body. And if you can help the body get rid of that, you're going to be on your way to that vibrancy and that vitality that you're after. So, okay, here's to day 6. Tomorrow is day 7. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow on the live stream. For my group, we are adding in again the dry skin brushing. And I recommend that everybody else check that out as well. And tomorrow we'll have a couple more of the physical detox pieces to add in. Then we get into the breath work, and then we get into the heavy mindset and emotional work to kind of work on our relationship with food and our relationship with ourselves and free ourselves to walk out these lives that we are called to live. So everybody have a great afternoon. See you tomorrow.